Welcome to your Chicago basketball on Graham Sportscasting Channel. Tip-off scheduled in about 15 minutes, and we'll be back with pregame analysis closer to that time. Today, the Chicago Maroons attempt to win their second season-opening Midway Classic championship in as many years. Closing them is Transylvania University, located in Lexington, Kentucky, who, contrary to popular belief, does not contain any vampires, at least not that we know of. We're a little over 5 minutes away from tip-off, as Chicago looks to go 2-0 for the second straight season to start the year. The highlight of yesterday's game for the Maroons, as they won 70-53 against Bates College, was sophomore forward Luke Smith, who put up 15 points, 2 shy of his career high, and dominated the front court all game against the Bobcats. Thomas Karowski also had 13 points himself, and freshman forward Daniel Cochran had 11, adding to the Maroons' dominance in the paint. They'll face a Transylvania team who beat Ohio Wesleyan yesterday, 82-74. The big story of that game for the Transylvania Pioneers was senior guard Colby Napier, who had 26 points, 7 off of his career high, in leading the Pioneers to a win. Earlier today, in the third place game of the Midway Classic, Ohio Wesleyan topped Bates 89-78. So that game was tied with under 6 minutes to go. Ohio Wesleyan ultimately pulled away for the win. Following that, Chicago took the victory over Middlebury in the women's game. And now we get to the men's championship game. And the Maroons look to continue their winning ways to start the season. Transylvania is led by 23rd year head coach Brian Lane. Last year they went 19-7. They won 14 games in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, but ultimately fell in their first game of the conference tournament, which was the semifinals, to Hanover College. They're looking to improve on that and make it back to the D3 NCAA tournament this year. Meanwhile, the Maroons won 13 games last year, their first winning season in 5 years. And they look to build on that and possibly make a deep run in the UAA come winter. We're 3 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take a break and come back with the national anthem. Starting lineup for the Pioneers. 6'4" sophomore guard Brandon Rowe, 6'5" second-year guard Drew Marshall, 6'2" third-year guard Jackson Smith, 6'3" senior guard Colby Napier, and 6'5" senior forward Hunter Penn, who last year was an honorable mention all Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference player. These are the same starting five they used yesterday, where Penn, Napier, and Smith all had good games. Maroons lineup will be announced shortly. Starting five for the Maroons, the same as yesterday. Third-year guard out of Topeka, Kansas, Joe Barry. Third-year guard out of Atlanta, Georgia, Iman Kina. Fourth-year guard out of Niles, Michigan, Thomas Karowski. First-year forward out of Brentwood, Tennessee, Daniel Cochran. And fourth-year forward out of Newton Square, Pennsylvania, Jackson Piotrowski. Headed to the line for the tip-off to start the game. Hunter Penn for Clancy, Daniel Cochran for Chicago. Tip up, and here we go, controlled by the Maroons. And Barry with the ball. Start the game, takes it up, gives to Karowski. Right side, dumps it down, Kenna. Up his head, Karowski, 17 in the shot clock. Karowski moved inside, steps back, puts up a tough jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Transylvania, Brandon Rowe. Taking it up court, Drew Marshall. Rolls it left side, Napier behind his back, goes to Smith. Smith back to Napier, puts up a three behind a screen, no good. Rebound goes to Trancy. They get it back out, and it's Napier passing left to Marshall. Marshall drives inside, kicks out. Rowe, Smith. Smith over on the right side, 10 on the shot clock. Smith on Kenna. Smith, step back jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Piotrowski of New Chicago. Barry gets the ball up court. Karowski gets it. He drives inside into the paint, steps back, fires out to Piotrowski. And Piotrowski steps back. Karowski gets it behind the back. 17 to the shot clock. Hands it off Barry. 13 to the shot clock. Barry Looking for a screen, doesn't have one. 10 on the shot clock. Barry drives inside on Marshall. Kicks it out. Piotrowski goes for three, and he misses. Rebound goes to Rowe of Trenzy. Still scoreless. Ball goes to Marshall. He drives inside, poked away by Karowski. Gets it back. Marshall inside, kicks it out. And it's tipped and taken away by Daniel Cochran of the Maroons. Still scoreless. Karowski up court with the ball. Karowski gets a screen from Cochran. Fires a deep three. Nailed it. First point of the game. Thomas Karowski, 3-0 Maroons. Marshall gets the ball and handles point up court. Karowski on the other end. Inside, stolen away by Barry of Chicago. He drives up court. All alone, Barry to the hoop. Got it with a one-hand dunk. 5-0 Maroons. Barry with the flush. Marshall takes it up court for Transy. Gives it off Jackson Smith. Top of the key. Inside it goes to Hunter Penn. Wants to back down Cochran. Penn kicks it out. Smith. Back inside off the foot of Joe Barry. It'll stay with Transylvania with a 13-second shot clock. Smith will be the inbounder. 5-0 Maroons, 2 minutes into the game. After a delay, Smith gets the ball, gets it in, and poked away by Kenna, and he couldn't save it. Runs another 2 seconds off the shot clock. It's down to 11. And Smith will inbound from the back line. Smith finds an outlet. Wide open three for Drew Marshall. He misses. Rebound goes, and it's a foul. Looks like Joe Barry got knocked down. Jackson Smith, the guilty party on the foul. First on either team. And the ball goes to the Maroons. They lead 5-0. Maroons off to a hot start again after they went out 9-0 to start yesterday's game. Barry with the ball. Gives it right side Cochran. Passes Karowski on the right. Gets a screen from Cochran. Looks for a three. Doesn't have it. Karowski drives the lane inside all the way to the hoop and a two-handed dunk. 7-0 Maroons in the flush from Karowski. Marshall gets the ball up court. Gives it off. Here's Napier. Napier inside to Penn. Poked away from him. Gets it back. Cochran guarding him. Spins back around. Napier drives the lane. Puts up a layup, and it is no good. Rebound goes to Jackson Smith. Spins back around. Kicks out Napier. Loses control of it. 16 on the shot clock. Napier gets it back. Marshall with 11 on the shot clock. Gets screen from Penn. Marshall drives the lane inside. Gets forced out. Napier with the ball. Up court. Hunter Penn. Penn backs down Cochran. Puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound goes to Cochran of Chicago. 7-0 Maroons. Karowski all the way up court. Piotrowski kicks it over. Here's Kenna for three. Got it! 10-0 run to start the game for the Maroons. And Marshall. And now Transylvania called a timeout to stop the bleeding. What a start for the Maroons. It's 10-0. 3.5 minutes gone. As Chicago comes roaring out of the gate. As they force Brian Lane to call an early timeout. Coming out of the timeout, Noah Pitt and Luke Smith enter the game, replacing Cochran and Piotrowski. Transylvania inserts Dakota Capps. He will be the inbounder in place of Drew Marshall. Smith gets the ball on the inbound. Tries to back down, gives off to Capps. Capps still with the ball, gets a screen from Penn. Karowski hangs with him. Gets past him. Capps to the corner. Smith for three, nails it. First point of the game for Transylvania, Jackson Smith. It's 10-3. Barry walks up court, calls a set. Gives it right side, Kenna. Gives to Karowski. Drives inside. Kicks out Kenna. Looks for another three. Got it. Second three of the game for Amon Kenna. 13-3 Maroons. Napier with the ball on the other end. Gives to Capps. Goes to back to Napier. Right side Smith. Gives it off to Rao. And Rowe gives it left. Caps through Napier. Back to Caps. Kicks right side. Napier. 3 and blocked by Kurowski. He gets it back. Napier drives the lane. 4 on the shot clock. Penn with the ball inside. Spins around. Puts it over Smith and gets it. Hunter Penn with 2. 13-5. Maroons lead. Barry takes it up court. Manning point. Gives right side Kurowski. Kurowski left side Barry. Barry looks inside with Smith occupying, and he stepped out of bounds. Ball goes to Transylvania. 15:06 in the first half clock. 13-5 Maroons lead after their 10-0 run. Dakota Caps gets it on the inbound from Brandon Rowe. Caps Manning point. Gets a screen from Napier. Goes inside. He kind of gets him out. Napier puts up a tough 3. No. Rebound goes to the Pioneers, who get it back. Kick it over. Jackson Smith puts up a 3 and misses. Rebound goes to Kenna of U Chicago. Kenna takes it up court left side. Gives it off the pit at the top of the key. He fires right side to Barry. And now in the game, Martinelli, and it's stolen away after he tried to pass it inside by Napier. Smith takes it up court. Caps inside on Barry. Kicks out Napier inside Penn. Hunter Penn wants to back down Smith. Penn gives Napier, fires off a 3, nails it. First 3 of the game for Colby Napier, who had 26 yesterday. It's 13-8. Barry walks it up court, gives to Kenna. He throws left side Martinelli, and up top to Kenna. Kenna drives the lane, step back 2, no. Rebound goes to Caps of Transylvania. Goes left side. Caps goes all the way inside Penn, and Penn was getting held by Luke Smith. They'll call a foul on him. First foul of the game for the Maroons. Caps will inbound, and Amon Kenna will take a back seat. Looks like Kurowski re-enters. Capsule inbound, gets it up top, Drew Marshall. Marshall drives inside on Smith. Spins back, gives to Napier with one hand. Napier has to reset. Caps. 15 on the shot clock. Caps gets a screen from Marshall. Goes to the left side. Pushed out. Marshall gets it on the back end. Marshall up court. Runs into Kurowski. No foul. Pulls him over and puts up the layup for 2. 2 for Drew Marshall. It's 13-10. A 10-3 run here for the Pioneers. Barry walks up court. Gives to Martinelli off a screen from Smith. Martinelli tries to fit it inside. Pitt does. Gives off to Barry. Barry behind a screen. Puts up a 3. No. Rebound goes to Marshall of Transylvania with a chance to tie the game. Caps runs it up court. Gives to Napier. Gets past Kurowski. Napier kicks it out. Marshall. Caps. And now Marshall gets it back. Marshall kicks out Rowe for 3. No. Rebound goes to Kurowski of the Maroons. They take it up court. Napier trails. And he kicks it all the way over Martinelli. Drives the lane. Spins around. Martinelli to the hoop. Got it. First 2 for Martinelli, the transfer from St. Thomas. 15-10. And they stab a 7-0 run for Transy. Here's Caps. Gets it left side. Marshall. Marshall spins around Kurowski. Gets the right side. Kurowski recovers. And has to spin it out. 10 on the shot clock. Napier holding. Caps. Crowds counting on the shot clock. 6 on the shot clock. Caps gets a screen. Napier puts up a tough 3 over Smith. No air ball, and it's out of bounds. Ball to U Chicago. Looks like Noah Pitt wanted a foul. Didn't get one. Only one foul on each team nearly 8 minutes into the game. 15-10 the score. Arish Bondal enters the game, replacing Luke Smith for the Maroons. Logan Tharp enters the game for Transylvania. Yesterday, he had 11 points in just 6 minutes. Barry gives Kurowski, standing at the top of the key, passes to Pitt, back to Barry. Barry looks for Bondal inside. Now dribbles right, gives to Martinelli. Still can't find anything. Pitt gets the ball, puts up a 3 over One of the Transylvania players doesn't get it, and a tie off the backboard. Caps gets the rebound for Transylvania. Or Godby. And Caps goes to the right side, inside on Barry, spins back, kicks it out to Marshall, and they reset. Marshall, guarded by the much bigger Bondal. Caps. Left side, Godby. Gets a screen from Marshall. Godby. Kicks it over Caps, right side. Over Pitt to Guess. First two for Dakota Caps, and it's 15-12. Barry takes it up court, nudges Pitt forward. First half, 9 minutes gone. Martinelli gets the ball from Barry. Martinelli, wanted to pass left side, that gets taken away. Now he gives to Pitt. And back to Barry in the corner. Barry behind a screen, and he gets pushed. Looks like Cap's going to be called for that foul. Most foul on Dakota Caps, second on the Pioneers. Kenna and Piotrowski re-enter, replacing Martinelli and Pitt. Barry will be the inbounder with 20 on the shot clock. Right side goes to Kenna. Gives to Kurowski. All the way across court. Piotrowski has to jump for it, barely collects it. Now rolls left side, 12 on the shot clock. Piotrowski hands off Kurowski behind a screen. Got a three off, and he misses. Rebound goes to Kenna, who corrals it. New shot clock, tipped away. Kenna gets it back in the lane, puts up a jumper. Got it! Off the high iron, aim on. Kenna has 8. 17-12 the score. Marshall takes it up court for Transylvania. Hands it behind us, back to Caps. And he calls a set. Penn ready to set a screen. Left side, trying to find Sharp. Now goes inside to Hunter Penn. Trying to back down Bondal. Spins around and got it. 4 for Hunter Penn. 17-14 the score. Barry gets ball. Throws left side, Kenna. 20 on the shot clock and a foul underneath called against you, Chicago. You're going to get Piotrowski on that foul. It's 17-14. First half is half gone. Jackson Smith will inbound to Caps. Caps takes it up court against Barry, gives left side Marshall, and they switch off. Marshall wants to back down Barry, drive the lane, kicks out for Smith. Smith against his own. 14 of the shot clock. Smith looking for any outlet, gives it off Tharp. Logan Tharp drives inside, kicks out Marshall. 8 on the shot clock. Inside it goes. Hunter Penn, blocked by Bondal. Penn gets it back off of Bondal's foot, and he can't save it. 2 on the shot clock. Good block there by Arish Bondal. Caps will be the inbounder. They'll have 2 seconds to shoot it. Got to guard the middle of the basket. They clear it out. Marshall couldn't find it there. Now gives it inside to Penn. Has to spin around over Piotrowski. Shot no good. Marshall gets the rebound and puts it back up and misses. Rebound goes to Kenna of U Chicago. Kenna takes it up court. Bondal arrives in the paint. Kurowski on the right side calls a set. Marshall poking at the ball. Kurowski gives right to the Piotrowski inside the Bondal, and it's tipped out of bounds by Hunter Penn with 14 in the shot clock. 17-14 the score, 9:19 to go first half. Maroons will have 14 in the shot clock, but Barry the inbounder. Barry looks for an outlet, can't find anything. Over top, now he goes to Kurowski. Kurowski drives the lane inside. From the strike, kicks out Kenna. Kenna for 3. No. Rebound goes to Penn of Transylvania. Gives to Marshall up court. Stolen back away by Joe Barry. Barry to the cup and lays it in. Heads up play by Joe Barry. Maroons lead is back to 5, 19-14. Marshall walks it up court, gives right side to Caps. Dakota Caps gives it off to Napier, who's back in the game. Penn at the top of the key. Napier looked for a 3, doesn't have it. Gives back to Penn. 10 on the shot clock. Napier gets a screen. Napier from the stripe and got it. 5 for Colby Napier. 19-16 in favor of the Maroons. Barry takes it up court behind a screen for Piotrowski. Kurowski gets it right side. Drives the lane inside. Kurowski step back 2. Got it. 7 for Kurowski. 21-16 Maroons. 8:16 to play first half. Caps will walk it up court against Joe Barry. Caps gives right side. Penn, ball loose on the ground. Penn recovers. Drives inside and Bondal gets past him. Penn to the cup. No good. Rebound Barry of U Chicago. Barry takes it all the way up court. Driving into the lane. Barry to the hoop. Got it. Athletic finish from Joe Barry. 7-point lead. 6 for Barry. And Smith almost wasn't ready for the pass. He gets it back. Gives to Marshall. Back to Caps. Caps behind a screen from Napier. Gives inside Marshall. Looks to back down Kenna. Ball poked away from him and taken away by Joe Barry. Barry runs it up court again. Barry wants to drive the lane again, and he gets fouled by Dakota Caps. Barry exits. Bondal exits. Cochran. And DJ Harvey entered the game for the Maroons before a timeout was called. DJ Harvey, a freshman out of Greenville, South Carolina. We didn't see him at all yesterday. He was ready to be in the game. Transylvania called a timeout before then. Just like yesterday, Chicago was not trailed in this game yet. 23-16, they will have ball out of this timeout. On the bench, it looks like ready to come in. DJ Harvey, Emon Kenna, Thomas Karowski, Daniel Cochran, and Jackson Piotrowski. And it looks like that will be the lineup. So first Maroon action for DJ Harvey. Junior year of high school, he had 13.1 points a game, 5.7 rebounds per game. Just 5'10", the smallest player on the roster, and he'll be the inbounder here. So a special moment for this young man. Harvey has inbound is blocked, but Karowski corrals it on the right side. Karowski drives inside, falls down, and it's stolen away by Transylvania. It's Rowe. Rowe against Piotrowski all the way to the hoop, misses, and he's fouled by Piotrowski. That'll be the second foul against Jackson Piotrowski. And Brandon Rowe will be looking for his first point of the game here at the free throw line. First point of the season, might I add. School children not rumbling their feet as much as they were yesterday, and Rowe's first one is off the back iron and no good. Noah Pitt enters, replacing Piotrowski. As Rowe ready for his second free throw. Noah Pitt, the 6'7" freshman from Menem, New Jersey. And the second shot by Rowe rattles in for his first point of the season, 23-17. DJ Harvey gets the ball off the inbound, gives back to Pitt with a minor press being put on by Transylvania. Harvey gets past it. Harvey needs to find an outlet. And he traveled. Not a good look for Harvey as he committed the turnover, and the ball goes back to the Pioneers down by 6. Ben Godby will inbound to Marshall. Rowe, Smith, and Napier also on the floor. Marshall, left side, Napier. Napier, left side, goes to Rowe. Rowe gives back to Napier. Napier drives the lane inside. Napier to the cup. No good. Rebound. Cochran of U Chicago. Gives to Harvey. Harvey passes up court. Kenna, open three. No good. Rebound tipped in the air and fought for and out of, no, it's taken by Kurowski. Gives to Harvey. Harvey, left side Kurowski. 15 in the shot clock. Right side goes to Harvey. Kenna, Pitt. In the corner, 9 on the shot clock. Pitt looking for an outlet. Pitt, right side Kurowski. Got a corner three. Got it. Kurowski in double figures. 26-17 Maroons. Marshall takes it for the Pioneers up court. And it's off the hands of Godby. And it is on the ground and taken by Pitt as a nice athletic play there by DJ Harvey. Kenna gets a corner three. Bang! 11 for Iman Kenna. 29-17 Maroons. As they're opening this one up, Marshall gets the ball on the other end. Under 6 to play first half. Marshall behind a screen from Rowe. Kurowski sticks with him. Marshall to the corner. Godby puts up a step back jumper and hits it. First two for Ben Godby. 29-19 the score. DJ Harvey after that steal. Looking for his first shot attempt. Gives off to Kenna. Amon Kenna. Left side. Kurowski. Corner three. Nails it. Raining threes in the round. It's 32-19. Kurowski has 13 points. Matching what he had yesterday. Drew Marshall takes it up court. Marshall to the left on Kurowski. Drives inside. Steps back inside again. Marshall kicks it out. Jackson Smith. Step back jumper. Got it. Smith has 5. 32-21 the score in favor of the Maroons. Harvey gets the ball, Manning point. Couple Pioneers of the scorers table ready to check in. Dakota Caps and Logan Tharp. Cochran gets the ball. Hands it off to Kurowski. Back to Cochran. Handles it with one hand. Cochran into the lane. Steps back. Gives to Kurowski. Kurowski 10 on the shot clock. Steps to the top of the key. Behind a screen from Pitt. Kurowski kicks right side. Cochran 5 on the shot clock. Cochran for the three. Got it. Daniel Cochran. Another three for the Maroons. They lead by 14. Drew Marshall up court. First three for Cochran of that game. Napier gets the ball on the other end. Kicks back. Rowe and over to Jackson Smith. Smith inside on Harvey. Now switches off to Kurowski. Smith tries to turn the corner and he bounced the ball out of bounds, trying to get it to Napier. Turnover, Jackson Smith. Ball to the Maroons. 35-21 the score. Ben Chasen enters for the first time today for U Chicago. Yesterday, he had 6 points. We get a whistle on a stoppage as Barry was ready to receive the inbound. From Noah Pitt. Pitt inbounds to Barry. 3 in the backcourt, so no press put on. Dakota Caps stalking Barry. Barry takes it into the front court, gives off to Chasen. Chasen passes back to Barry. Behind a screen from Pitt, Barry into the lane. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Tharp of the Pioneers, who drag it up court quickly. Tharp into the paint, kicks back. Napier from the free throw stripe, kicks out Caps. Caps on Kurowski, inside, into the lane. Step back jumper for Caps is too short. Rebound Cochran, U Chicago. Fought for and kept, and passed to Kurowski. Here's Noah Pitt. On the right side, gives back to Kurowski. Puts up a step back three and misses. Rebound goes to Rowe. Make that Caps into the paint. Step back 2 for Tharp. No good. Rebound goes to Sam Stone, and it's blocked away by Cochran. Barry gets the rebound on the other end. Barry steps back. We're going to have a nice surge to end this half. Barry passes left side Kurowski. Pitt setting a screen, gets the ball on the inside. 13 in the shot clock. Pitt toward the paint. Pitt, step backs. Got it. First career points for Noah Pitt, 37-21. Caps walks it up court, gives to Napier, inside to Hunter Penn, who's now in the game. Penn kicks out Napier for a three, and he misses in and out. Rebound goes to Kurowski of U Chicago. They got numbers up court if they hurry. Gives it inside to Barry. Lays it up and in. The lead is 18. 8 for Joe Barry. 39-21 the score. Caps gets it heading up the other end. as Caps walks it up court. Caps guarded by Barry, kicks right side to Napier. They've held him in check. Here's Hunter Penn back to Caps on the left side. Caps kicks inside to a big man, Sam Stone, kicks out. Caps with 7 on the shot clock. Napier, make that Tharp. Step back 3, no good. In and out again. Rebound is going to be a foul, probably going against Daniel Cochran as he knocked down Hunter Penn, fighting for the rebound. First foul on Daniel Cochran, the 4th against the Maroons this half. 2:02 to play. Luke Smith enters, Amon Kenna enters. 39-21 the score in the Maroons' favor. Caps will inbound. He gets it up top to Hunter Penn with a fresh shot clock. Penn inside on Smith. Drives toward the bucket. Step back, hook shot. It's too short, and Smith rebounds for Chicago. Gives to Barry. Headed up the right side. Smith gets the ball at the top of the key. Looking for his first point of the game. Smith to the left side. Hands behind his back. Kenna couldn't corral it. Gets it back. Kenna dribbles to the top of the key. Gives behind his back to Barry. Barry step back 3, and he hits it. Joe Barry has 11. 42-21 Maroons lead. Caps walks it up court. Transylvania just looking to stop the bleeding heading into the half. He gets a screen from Stone. Caps looks for Napier on the left side. Finds him. Napier moves up left side. Pitt kicks back. Sam Stone rejected by Pitt. Gets it out to Caps with 8 on the shot clock. Pass hands. No, he keeps. Inside Karowski. Caps to the bucket, and he misses. Rebounds Smith. And Smith is fouled by Caps as Smith was tangled up way after. They're going to get Caps. Almost had Luke Smith in a bear hug. That should be the 3rd foul on Dakota Caps. 3 fouls on Caps. He'll have to exit. Replaced by Jackson Smith. 1:06 to play. Maroons lead 42-21 in the first half. 3 players in double figures. Barry gets it on the inbound from Pitts. Joe Barry walks to the left against Jackson Smith. Gives to Kenna on the right side, and he's isolated. Gives left side Barry. 17 in the shot clock. Karowski, corner 3. Missed. Rebound off the hands of Pitt, and it's taken by Sam Stone of Transylvania. 45 seconds to play first half. Stone hands behind the back of Jackson Smith. Smith, swiped out by Karowski, keeps it, and gives it on the left side to Napier. Napier to the right. Kicks over Hunter Penn behind a screen. Napier gets it back from the free throw stripe. He's fouled by Amon Kenna. So Napier, 7 of 10 on free throws yesterday. He'll head to the line here with 28 seconds to go for 2 shots. Transylvania has 2 fouls to give. First shot by Napier is good. 6 points for Napier. He leads all Transylvania scorers. Chicago leads by 20, pending the second free throw. The second shot by Napier is perfect. And the deficit is 19. Pitt inbounds to Barry against the press. Barry looking for an outlet, finds Pitt. They got to get it up court, and they do. Here comes Karowski. Drives a lane against nobody, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Looks like it's going to go against Luke Smith. Set a moving screen, second foul against Luke Smith. 20 seconds to go, ball back to Transylvania. Cochran checks in, replacing Luke Smith. That's the 6th foul, so Maroons have no more to give. Tharp gets the inbound from Godby. 17 seconds. Transylvania intends to take it down to 0. Tharp inside on Karowski. Steps into the paint. Tharp spins around. Gives it inside Penn. Can't control it. Pitt gets the ball. Throws it up court for Barry. Barry gets off the 3, and he misses to end the half. An amazing half for the Maroons. 42-23, your score at halftime. Barry, Kenna, and Karowski all in double figures. Couldn't have asked for a better pass. here at the Rack. We'll take a break and back with first half stats shortly. With maybe Chicago basketball and Graham Sportscasting Channel. Welcome back to U Chicago Basketball on Graham's Sportscasting channel. Yesterday, the story of the game was bench points for the Maroons. Luke Smith came on the bench and got 15. Ben Chafin was 6. Philip Lawrence was 6. Today, it's been very much the opposite. The three scorers who have been combined to contribute 35 of the Maroons' 42 points were three starters who were the Maroons' three leading scorers last year. Joe Barry, Amon Kenna, and Thomas Borowski have 11, 11, and 13, respectively. Off the bench, you just have 2 from Martinelli and 2 from Noah Pitt, his first 2 as a collegiate athlete. So it's mostly been leaning on your stars to get this 19-point lead that they have at the half over the Pioneers at Transylvania University. For the Pioneers, Kobe Napier has 7. No one else has more than 5. So only 23 points. It's just hard to come by a big shooter when that happens. Transylvania leads in rebounds 15-14. That's in large part because U Chicago has not had a lot of opportunities to get offensive rebounds because all their shots keep going in. They have a 58.6 field goal percentage. Transylvania does 29%. From 3, it's 8 for 16 for the Maroons, 2 for 10 for the Pioneers. So that's been the big difference in this game. The ability of these Chicago coaches, first thing, to get them good looks. They've gotten a lot of great looks, especially from deep, and then the shots are going in. So Chicago has 8 assists, and Transylvania just has 1. Chicago did not go to the free throw line a single time in that half, and building up their 42 points. We'll take a break and be back with second half action on Grand Sports channel. Welcome back to U Chicago Basketball and Broom Sportscasting Channel. We're under a minute away from the second half tipping off, where the Chicago Maroons hold a 42-23 lead in the Midway Classic championship game against the Transylvania Pioneers. Maroons look to keep up their three-point shooting ways, 8 for 16 in that first half, and run it out to a win. Be their second straight championship in the Midway Classic. Start the half for Transylvania: Brandon Rowe, Drew Marshall, Dakota Capps, Jackson Smith, and Colby Napier. Now half of the defeat makes it Hunter Penn. So same starting five for both Joe Barry, Amon Kenna, Thomas Kurowski, Daniel Cochran, and Jackson Piotrowski for the Maroons. Napier will inbound, and the half is underway with Marshall getting the ball. Rolls to the left on Kurowski. Penn inside on Cochran, drives toward the cup, spins around, has it poked at, and now a three ball put up by Napier and hit. 10 for Napier, 42-26 as a press put on by the Pioneers, and it gets out to Piotrowski, who breaks it. Barry moves past center stripe, gives to Kurowski, 20 on the shot clock. Barry gets the ball, looking for a screen, doesn't have one. Kenny gets it on the left corner. Dribbles toward the center, 10 on the shot clock. Kurowski to Barry, inside. Barry kicks over. Cochran, got it. They call it a, still can't see for Cochran. Rowe with the ball. They call it a three for Cochran. Napier with the ball on the other end. Cochran has 6. Marshall dribbles past on the right side toward the hoop. Marshall over contact, blocked by Barry, and Barry can't save it, and it's on the ground, and it's taken by Kenna of U Chicago, who runs up court against Jackson Smith and into a double team. Kenna gets it out, gives to Cochran. Cochran looking over top, can't find Piotrowski, instead gives right side to Kenna. Kenna throws left side to Joe Barry, and around the horn to Kurowski. Kurowski gets the screen from Piotrowski to the right side. Kurowski step back three, no good. Rebound goes to Rowe of Transylvania, who trails 45-26. Smith gets it on the left end, gives left side Napier. Their leading scorer, Napier around the right side, gives over to Marshall. All the way open. Open three for Napier, and he misses. Rebound goes to Kurowski as he slams it off of Hunter Penn, and the ball goes to U Chicago. Good possession for Kurowski after the left open three. Piotrowski will inbound as a press put on by Transylvania. They get it out to Kurowski. Kurowski charges up court, tries to get inside on Penn. Kurowski to the hoop, rejected, and kicks it out to Barry. Barry into the right side, throws it over, and he stepped out of bounds. No, he's fouled. So it's going to be against Jackson Smith. No, it's against Brandon Rowe is first. Inbounder is Barry with a fresh shot clock. Barry finds an outlet over top. Cochran has to scramble to go get it. Guarded heavily by Brandon Rowe. 17 in the shot clock. Cochran behind his back to Kenna. Gives it off to Kurowski, who calls a set. Kurowski into the paint against Penn. Kurowski to the hoop, and he throws it out of bounds. Ball goes to Transylvania. 17:45 second half. 45-26, U Chicago leads. Brandon Rowe will inbound from the corner and gets it into Marshall, who lets the ball bounce a little bit. Picks it up and walks. Marshall left side to Jackson Smith. Smith dribbles to the right. Gets the screen from Napier behind the right side. Past Barry. Smith into the paint, and he's fouled. Basket will not count. It was Piotrowski who came in to contest the shot and picked up his third foul. Piotrowski will have to exit. The freshman Noah Pitt re-enters the game. Drew Marshall in with a fresh shot clock. Marshall looks for an outlet, goes to Jackson Smith, right corner from the stripe, misses, rebound is fought for, got by Marshall, and Marshall into the paint, he's fouled by Cochran. Cochran was just flying up there, couldn't stop himself from contacting Marshall on the shot. Second foul on him, and Marshall's headed to the line for 2 shots. Marshall dribbles and shoots and scores. Third point for Drew Marshall. 18-point game, paying the second free throw. Rowe calls out his man. Marshall gets the ball and shoots and scores. 4 for Drew Marshall. Press stays on. Barry breaks it, goes to Pitt. Pitt can't find a man. He goes back to Barry, running out of time. 23 on the clock, 22, and he gets it across to Cochran just in time. Noah Pitt goes into the paint, taken away by Jackson Smith and saved by Napier. Marshall runs it up court. On the other end, drives into the lane. Marshall steps back. Napier steps back and shoots a 3 and misses, and the rebound goes to a Transylvania player, Penn, who stepped out of bounds. Ball will go to the Maroons with 17 minutes to play in the second half. Godby and a new face. Ian Ressor will re-enter. Ressor played 3 minutes yesterday against Ohio Wesleyan. Pitt finds Kurowski on the right side into a double team. Kurowski past Barry. Barry tries to dribble up court. Kicks it out Kenna for an open 3. Got it. Timeout called on the court. Kenna has 14. And the lead is back to 20, 48-28. Maroons call a timeout. Beautiful press break possession there. Into the timeout. Out of the timeout for Transylvania, Godby caps Ressor. And it looks like Rowe and Marshall. So Napier off the court for what seemed like the first time today. Out of the timeout for Chicago, Barry, Kenna, Kurowski, Cochran, and Pitts. Caps gets the inbound on the other end. And they'll take it up court down by 20. Caps. Right side Rowe. Gives it off to Godby. Passes Marshall. Moving fast. Marshall gives it behind his back to Caps, who drives inside against Cochran. Finds a man for an open 3. Ressor got it. First points of the year for Ian Ressor. 48-31. Maroons lead. Barry with the ball now. Sets a screen, gives Kenna. Kenna looking for anyone. Running out of time, gives to Barry. 14 in the shot clock. Barry gets the screen from Cochran. Gives it back to Cochran. Cochran moves inside, but gives behind the back to Kurowski. 6 in the shot clock. Kurowski running out of time. Drives inside. Kurowski hit as he shot, and shot clock was running out. They tied him up. See if they got the timeout off. Ruling is Ball will go to Transylvania on what appears to be a shot clock violation. Let's see what happened first. So Godby passes to Caps. 16 minutes to play. 48-31 Maroons lead. Caps walks it up, gives to Ressor. Inside against Smith. Ressor backs him down and gets fouled, and the basket counts. 5 for Ian Ressor, and he'll go to the line for one more. Press the lead to 15. Here's Reeser for his free throw, and it is good. He has 6. 48-34. Little mini run here from Transylvania. Barry takes it up court against Caps. Kenna on the right side. Kenna looking for an option, doesn't have any options. Now he throws to Barry with a shot clock of 15. Barry gives Smith. Top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Behind the back, Barry got an open 3 look and nails it. 14 for Joe Barry, 51-34 Maroons. Caps gets the ball downfield on the other end. Guarded closely by Barry, 20 on the shot clock. Caps passes left side. It goes to Rowe. Rowe looks left side, gets back to Caps, tries to find Resser inside, does. And Reeser poked away from him by Barry and taken away. Saved up court, given to Kenna, and he saves it again, gives to Smith, and what a save there. Barry on the other end, drives the lane, kicks it out to Kenna. Got an open 3 for Kenna. No good. Rebound goes to Godby, racing up court from the other end. Godby into the paint, kicks it out. Caps couldn't have a 3. Caps gives it top of the key to Resser. To Reeser. Gives the screen to Marshall. Gets it over there. Caps. And a whistle. Ball looks like a double dribble against Dakota Caps. And it's a turnover. Ball goes to the Maroons. 14-32 second half. Pitt gives inside to Barry. Barry calls a set as he walks up court. Arish Bondal enters the game alongside Martinelli. And who has the ball here? Martinelli back down furiously, throws it over to Kenna. Kenna dribbles inside. Bondal kicks out Kenna. Bondal steps back, gives it inside to Bondal again, spins around over his man, and it is short. Rebound goes to Marshall. He gets it up court. Godby into the paint against Pitt, and it's blocked by Pitt. Gets it back. Godby back to the hoop. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound Martinelli of the Maroons, who takes it up court himself. Martinelli into the paint against Marshall. Backs him down. Martinelli loses control of it, and he'll stay with the Maroons. What a sequence. 13:50 to play. 51-34 Maroons lead. Barry will be the inbounder. As Hunter Penn subs in, replacing Brandon Rowe for Transylvania. Jackson Smith replaces Ben Godby. 51-34 the score. As Barry prepares to inbound, gets it over top. Pitt almost had it stolen from him, kicked it over to Martinelli. Martinelli kicks back. Barry open 3 look, and he missed. Rebound goes to Martinelli, who tries to put it back up. It's missed, and he was contacted by Marshall. No foul called. Marshall drives it up court. Marshall all the way to the bucket, uncontested, lays it in. 6 for Drew Marshall. 51-36 the score. Barry takes it up court. Manning point. And needs to find an outlet. Does. Goes to Kenna. Kenna. Up court, Bondal manages to handle it. Kicks it over to Martinelli. He fires up a 3 and nails it. 5 for Dominic Martinelli. 54-36 the score. Over to Marshall on the other end. And Reeser gets directed inside by Penn. Penn gives it behind his back to Caps. Caps drives the baseline against Barry. Inside it goes, poked away from him, but they're going to get a foul against Arish Bondal. As he poked it away from Hunter Penn, got a little too much body, it appears. First foul against Bondal. Noah Pitt exits. Marshall gets the ball on the inbound, backs down Martinelli and scores. 8 for Drew Marshall, 54-38 the score. Kurowski gets ready to check in at the scorer's table. Kenna gets the ball on the other end from Barry. Kenna right side Bondal. Barry almost had it stolen. Now he gets it back. Guarded by Hunter Penn. Barry left side. Piotrowski gives backside to Barry, who set the screen for him. Barry into the paint, puts it up and makes it. Drove to the hoop. Barry has 16, 56-38 Maroons. Caps throws it over Penn on the other side, and Smith muscles his way past the man. Now passes over left side Marshall. Into the paint against Martinelli, kicks it out. Here's Reeser, pass up a 3. Smith gets the ball. He shoots it from the top of the key and nails it. After the 3 by Smith, we got a timeout called by Transylvania. 56-41 the score. Under 12 to play. Second half. So where Transylvania differs from Chicago is that Transylvania's roster is entirely made up of players whose hometown is Kentucky. No transfers, all just enrollees from Kentucky high schools. And the job that Ben Jones has been able to do, Brian Lane rather, with that roster is very remarkable. Out of the timeout for the Maroons, it's Barry, Kurowski, Cochran, Martinelli, and Piotrowski, who will be the inbounder against what looks like a press from Transylvania. Piotrowski inbounds to Barry, runs into a double team, gets it quickly up court Martinelli, and they break the press easily. Here's Piotrowski against his zone, gives it over, and it goes to Barry, who's poked away from him by Dakota Caps. He gets it back with 18 on the shot clock. Kurowski gets it. Kurowski against Marshall. Drives left, Barry behind a screen. Barry into the paint, steps back, gives it to Cochran. Cochran drives inside on the open lane to the basket. Cochran misses the shot, and he gets his own rebound, but can't tip it in. And the rebound goes to Transylvania, Dakota Caps. Cap takes it up court. Inside, poked away from Penn on an errant pass, and it gets taken up by Piotrowski of U Chicago. And Kurowski gets it up court. Cochran. Martinelli now, and back to Martinelli. Martinelli sets a set and looks hesitant. Martinelli now spins, gives left side. Piotrowski 14 to the shot clock. Kurowski inside, and Piotrowski gets knocked down. You'll get a foul called against Transylvania. Should be against Hunter Penn. No, it goes against Drew Marshall. That is his first. Just the 6th team foul on Transylvania all game. The limits to go in the second of the half. First on Marshall. Barry, ready to inbound. Barry looks for an outlet, finds Kurowski, kicks it over. Here's Cochran for a 3, and he misses. Rebound goes to Martinelli, and he was pushed, and the rebound's taken by Caps. Marshall all the way to the back. He kicks it all the way out. Here's a 3-ball for Resser, and it's good. Ian Reeser has 9, 56-44. Closest that Transylvania's been all half. And Barry takes the ball. Manning point on the other end. Visiting crowd gets loud. Barry gives to Martinelli. Gets it over. And it goes back to Martinelli. Driving into the paint. Martinelli stepped out of bounds. He's fouled before that happens, though. Looks like it's going to go against Reeser. It will. First foul against Reeser, third of the half on Transylvania. Kenna enters, Martinelli exits for the Maroons. Barry wiping sweat off his face. He's ready to inbound. 10:22 to go. Maroons nursing a 12-point lead. Barry on the inbound. Karowski, corner three immediately. No good. A rebound goes to Penn of Transylvania. Gets it over to Caps. Caps inside. Has to step back, and it's poked away, but saved by Caps. Gets it over. Reeser into the paint. Reeser kicks it out, and it's taken away. Kenna, but then it was poked out of bounds, and it will stay with Transylvania with 15 on the shot clock. Nice heads-up defense there by Amon Kenna. Wasn't enough to steal a possession. Colby Napier enters for the first time in a while. He replaces Drew Marshall. Dakota Cass will inbound and give it up to Jackson Smith at the top of the key. Gives over Napier at the free throw line. Gets back to Smith. 8 in the shot clock. Caps. 6 in the shot clock. Caps got to get a screen from Napier. Caps into the paint. Into the paint. Free lane, and they're going to get an offensive foul as Karowski came up clutching his nose. I think they might get him for an elbow to the face. Dakota Caps. We'll see what they want to do with this. The offensive foul is on Caps, his fourth. Looks like Brian Lane is arguing the call. Mike McGrath is not. No flagrant, so it'll go inside to Joe Barry. And a quick whistle is called before Barry gets over the halfway line. Brian Lane still arguing. And now Amon Kenna will be given the ball to inbound from the front court. Barry gets it on the inbound, 27 on the shot clock. Barry gives over to Karowski on the right end. Karowski ISO'd on Rowe, gives it over to Kenna at the free throw strike, puts up a tough step back jumper, no good. Cochran tips the rebound when it goes to Transylvania's Smith. He gets it to Napier, behind the back to Smith, poked away by Karowski, who might have stopped an open three. Good defense by Thomas Karowski. It'll stay with Transylvania, 22 in the shot clock. Jackson Smith will inbound. And it gets to Napier, the top of the key. Napier dribbles around right side, gets to Jackson Smith. Smith, right side. Gives inside to Penn. Hunter Penn to the backcourt. Jackson Smith kick out. Got it. 11 for Jackson Smith. The lead is 9, 56-47. As Barry takes it up court. Transylvania bench gets loud, and here's Kenna. Gives inside Karowski to the cup, and off the backboard, no good. Rebound taken by Reeser of Transylvania. 56-47 the score. Smith right side to Reeser to Rowe. Gives him a screen. Rowe into the paint, and a moving screen called against Reeser. Offensive foul, the second in 3 possessions for Transylvania. And they'll give it back to you, Chicago. 8:38 to go, 56-47. Barry gets the inbound in the backcourt. And Cochran over to Kenna. Kenna to the top of the key. Cochran fighting Reeser. Can't get it in. Pietrowski gets the ball, 12 on the shot clock. Pietrowski to the right side, gives to Barry. Gets him a screen. Barry, right side. Karowski goes inside to the cup, under the dish, and misses rebound. Gets his own rebound, can't tip it in, and it's taken by Hunter Penn. Frustrating series there for Karowski. Smith now dribbles to the top of the key. 8 to go in the game. Rowe dribbles left side, gives it up to Napier. Napier left side, Reeser into the paint. Reeser got it right over Pietrowski. Reeser has 11. The lead is 9. Barry takes it up court, 56-49 the score. Karowski gets it on the outlet pass, 19 on the shot clock. Karowski, right side, Kenna Cochran's still fighting with Reeser. Kurowski gets it on the other end for a three, and it's short. Rebounded by Piotrowski, who takes it up and misses the shot. Rebound taken by Reeser of Transylvania. Napier to the other end. Right side, Reeser puts up a three. No good, in and out. Rebound of Kurowski of Chicago, and he loses control but gets it back as Smith falls, poked away by Penn. Kenny gets it on the pickup and misses the three. Rebound goes to Kurowski. He's outlets to Kenna on the right side for another three, and this time he hits it. Oh my goodness. At the end of it all, a three for Amon Kenna. Push the lead back to 10, 59-49. With under 7 to play in the second half. Timeout called by the Maroons. Who wouldn't need a breather after all that? Looks like Luke Smith and Noah Pitt will be coming out of the timeout alongside Barry, Kenna, and Kurowski. Mike McGrath giving them a talking to, the 26th-year head coach for the Chicago Maroons. Could be a ride, as Maroons were up by as much as 21 in the first half. They've been outscored in this half 26-17 with under 10 minutes to play. It's going to be a well one to the end here. Despite all that, the Maroons have still not trailed this season. Out of the timeout for Transylvania, Brandon Rowe, Drew Marshall, Ian Reeser, Colby Napier, and Hunter Penn. Reeser, 11 points all in this half. Been a big revelation for the Pioneers here. Rowe inbounds to Marshall. Marshall up court. Staring down Kurowski. Gets a screen from Napier and now passes it inside to an open Reeser, and it's blocked and stolen by Luke Smith. Smith gets it to Barry. Drives inside the right side. Barry steps back, looks for a three, now runs inside, and it's going to be a foul called against Brandon Rowe on Barry's drive to the basket. Second foul on Rowe, 6th on Transylvania this half. Barry will shoot 2. First shot by Joe Barry is no good. The first free throw attempt today for these Maroons ends in failure. Second shot coming for Barry, looking for his 17th point. And he's good after a little bit of a roll. 60-49 to score. Barry has 17. Tie for the team lead with Kenna. Marshall walks it up court. Marshall to the left. Marshall gets a screen from Reeser, and they switch it on to Pitt. Marshall into the paint. Marshall off the backboard. No good. Rebound, Kurowski of Chicago. And he'll slow it down. Gives it up to Pitt in the front court. Barry holding the ball. Gives it up to Pitt. Pitt to the left side. 17 of the shot clock. Pitt. Right side, Kenna. Toward the hoop. And he's fouled. Looks like it'll be Reeser on a contact foul. It'll be his 3rd. Amon Kenna will be going to line for a 1-and-1, looking for his 18th point and to extend this Maroon 12-point lead. Rowe exits So does Marshall. Entering is Caps and Tharp. First shot here by Amon Kenna is good. 18th point for Kenna, 61-49 the score, pending the second free throw by Kenna. And he hits it. The lead is back to 13. Kenna has 19. The score is 62-49. Tharp inbounds to Caps with 6 minutes to go in the game. Caps to the left side, gives up Napier. And now it goes to Reeser, who's staying in with 3 fouls. Inside, Penn. Penn kicks it out. Napier from the stripe. Got it. Make that Logan Tharp his first 2 of the game, 62-51. Maroons lead. There he walks up court, guarded by Caps. Left side goes to Karowski. Back to Barry. Barry gets a screen from Smith, and it's stolen away from him and poked out of bounds. Saved by Caps. Caps ISO'd against Barry, and Caps is fouled by Barry on the shot. First foul on Joe Barry. He'll and Dakota Caps will be taking 2 shots shortly. 5th foul of the half on the Maroons. They have 1 more to give. First shot by Caps is off the back iron and no good. Pioneers are not contesting this free throw. They have no one at the usual spot, so the second free throw by Caps is good. 62-52 the score, 3 points for Dakota Caps. Barry walks up court, looks left side for Kenna and gives it to him. Kenna to the left side, Karowski toward the basket, inside, poked away from Smith and saved by Pitt. It was Hunter Penn who did the poking. And Karowski gets a 10 to shoot. 9 on the shot clock, 8. Running out of time. Karowski right side, Noah Pitt snaps off a 3. Got it! 5 for the freshman Noah Pitt. 65-52 the score. Caps walks it up the other end. Gives to Reeser, goes to Napier. And back over to Hunter Penn. Napier over Pitt for a 3. And he nails it from downtown. 13 for Colby Napier. 65-55 the score with 4:27 to play. Barry walks it up court. Contested into a double team. He gets out of it quickly. He anticipated it. Kenna gets the ball on the other end. Kenna goes to Karowski. Right side, inside. Kenna, free line to the basket. Pass Penn. Got it. No, rebounded. And they couldn't get it in. And Reeser gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Pitt. Thought for sure he would put that in and just did not get the layup. Pitt and Smith exit. Piotrowski and Cochran enter. 6-team foul on the Maroons, so it'll be free throws the rest of the way. First foul on Noah Pitt. He had 1 yesterday. Caps will inbound to Reeser for Transylvania. Four minutes to play. Maroons up by 10. Caps walks it up court. ISO'd and now gives it off to Reeser at the top of the key. Reeser drives inside. Picks it out. Napier for 3. Got it. Colby Napier wakes up. 16 for him. 65-58 the score. Under 4 to play. Barry gives it off to Kenna, who moves left side up toward Piotrowski, and it's tipped out of bounds by Hunter Penn. It'll stay with the Maroons with 16 to shoot. Barry will be the inbounder. 3:33 on the game clock. Barry inbounds to Kenna in the right corner. Kicks out Cochran behind the back. Back to Kenna. Into the paint. Back to Cochran. Looked for a 3. Now he doesn't have it. Kenna for 3. Missed. Rebound goes to Reeser. All alone. Caps on the other end. Caps lays it up and in. Laps in defense on the other end. It's a 5-point game, closest it's been in a long while. Piotrowski gets the inbounds. No timeout. Transylvania bench is loud. 3 minutes to play. Barry. Manning point. Gives off to Kurowski into the lane. Kurowski spins, and he is fouled by Logan Tharp. Looks like they'll actually get Hunter Penn, not Tharp. 1-1 coming for Thomas Kurowski, who's looking to give the Maroons some breathing room in this tight contest, 65-60. First shot by Kurowski is good. I don't know if the Transylvania players realized it wasn't a shooting foul. They did not contest. Second shot coming for Kurowski. And it is good. 15 for Kurowski, 67-60 with under 3 to play. Dakota Caps walks it up court for Transylvania. Muscles left side to Reeser. Reeser wants to back in Piotrowski into the paint. Reeser step back 2 off the mark. Rebound tipped by Cochran, taken by Caps. Caps into the lane, and he's fouled in the basket, counts. Dakota Caps and 1. The foul's on Daniel Cochran, his third. Caps has 7 pending this free throw. 67-62, 2:40 to play. Free throw for Caps is good. He has 8. It's a 4-point game. Full court pressure put on by Transylvania. Barry gets the inbound back to Piotrowski, and they break it. Kurowski. 2:30 to play. Barry gets the Escalona man point. Gives left side Kurowski. Guarded by Reeser. He goes looking for Kenna. Now throws right side. Barry. Step back jumper. Barry got it. 19 for Joe Barry. 69-63 Maroons lead. 2:13 to play. Caps to the left side. Gives it to Reeser at the top of the key. Puts up a jumper over Piotrowski. It's no good, but the rebound's collected by Tharp of Transylvania. Tharp looking for an outlet. Throws it up top, Reeser. Reeser into the paint. Reeser to the hoop, and it is in after a long roll. Ian Reeser has 13, 69-65, a minute 48 to go in the game. Martinelli ready to check into the scorer's table. Barry at the top of the key. Gives to Cochran. Right side, Kurowski. 15 to shoot. Kurowski into the paint. Kicks out. Cochran. 10 to shoot. Kurowski on the right side. Steps back. Kurowski isoed into the lane. Kurowski to the hoop. Fouled. Logan Tharp fouled Kurowski as he was headed to the basket, and he'll take 2 shots. Trying to give the Maroons more than their current 4-point lead. 1:26 to play in regulation, 69-65. First shot for Thomas Kurowski is good. 16 for Kurowski. Martinelli checks in. Piotrowski exits. Kurowski looking to make this a 6-point game. Reeser exits. Jackson Smith enters. Reeser gets some applause from the Transylvania faithful in the front couple of rows. Kurowski with a second shot is good. He has 17. 71-65 the score. 1:26 to play in the game. Tharp inbounds to Dakota Caps, who keeps it on the ground for a while. Barry creeps toward him, and they have to pick it up. Caps into the lane. Caps right to the basket. Caps, no good. Rebound Cochran of Chicago. Gives to Barry. Barry charging up court. Barry gets knocked over from behind by Hunter Penn, and he will go to the line. Barry a little slow to get up. He looks fine, though. As Barry's head of steam was matched only by Penn's. Second foul on Hunter Penn. Joe Barry will go to the line with 1:13 to play. Barry with 19, looking to become the first Maroon that's here to score 20 in a game. Barry's career high, I don't know. Double bonus for you, Chicago. Barry misses the first one off the back iron. They'll get another chance to make this lead 7 and score his 20th point. Joe Barry Jr. out of Topeka, Kansas. His second shot is good, and he has 20. 72-65 the score. 1:13 to play. Caps walks it up court. Chicago looking for some good defense to close it out here. Caps, left side. Can't find a lane. Caps, under a minute to play. Poked away by Barry. Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up. It's still rolling, and it's picked up by Smith. Finally, shot clock's at 8. Smith all the way back up court. Gets it inside to Caps. Corner 3 put up and missed. Rebounds. Fought for and grabbed by Cochran in Chicago. Up court, Martinelli. They've got numbers. Martinelli behind his back to Kenna. Kenna playing keep away. And finally, Karowski is fouled with 31.3 on the clock. Foul committed by Logan Tharp after a lot of keep away by the Maroons. 31.3 to play. Maroons up 7. Karowski will take 2 shots here. First one is good. Karowski has 18. Lead is 8. Maroons not contesting the free throw rebound. Second shot is good. And Karowski has 19. So do Barry and Kenna. Martinelli exits. DJ Harvey entered for the defensive possession. Maroons 74, Pioneers 65. And a whistle will stop play. A timeout call by the Maroons. Harvey input in there for his 3-point defense. They like that out of him. Presumably he'll stay in out of the timeout. Out of the timeout for the Maroons. Harvey, Barry, Kenna, Karowski, and Cochran. Reeser will be the inbounder to Jackson Smith. And a quick whistle. Ref shaking his head at something. Looks like Noah Pitt was trying to enter. And the Maroons are going to have to call another timeout to get this figured out. So 2 timeouts left for the Maroons. Hopefully they won't need to use them. Same 5 out of the timeout, except Noah Pitt replaces Cochran. Harvey, Barry, Kenna, Karowski, and Noah Pitt. For the Pioneers, Caps, Smith, Napier, Tharp, and Reeser, who inbounds to Smith with 30 seconds to go. Smith, all the way up, gives it off. Caps, into the lane. Smith couldn't get a handle on it, and they turn it over. Ball to the Maroons with 23.6 to go. Pitt will inbound against the full court press. Pitt inbounds Barry in the corner, back to Pitt. Gives it over to Harvey. DJ Harvey is fouled with 18.7 to go. Fourth foul against Ian Reeser. And DJ Harvey with a chance for his first points as a college athlete. 5'10" first year out of Greenville, South Carolina, and his first free throw is no good off the back iron. And looks like Transylvania tried to rebound it, but it was a double bonus foul, so he gets another shot. Some time ran off the clock there. 17.8 seconds. And they put it back on. Second shot here by Harvey. Another chance at his first point is good. First collegiate point for DJ Harvey. Taps takes it up court furiously. Past Harvey into the paint. Taps. Missed the shot. And the rebound, Harvey got slammed by Jackson Smith. Looks like Harvey beginning getting some more chances for points. Second foul on Jackson Smith. 10.8 seconds to go. Harvey will take two shots here. Maroons up by 10. First shot by Harvey is good. Borowski runs in to give him a high five, and here's the second shot. It is good. 3 points for DJ Harvey. Thorpe takes it up court for Transylvania. Thorpe steps back, gives to Reeser, shoots a three, misses, rebound taken and fought for and taken away by Harvey, and that will do it. Chicago Maroons win the 2024 Midway Classic Championship. They defeat Transylvania 77-65 here at the Rat. Joe Barry with 19, Amon Kenna with 19, Thomas Kurowski with 19. And a couple points from the freshmen, Noah Pitt, DJ Harvey, and Daniel Cochran. Final score, Maroons 77, Pioneers 65. Maroons go to 2-0. They're back in action on Wednesday night against Lake Forest College right here at the Rat. This was U Chicago Basketball on Graham Sportscasting Channel.